Hey everyone, welcome to another Draw With Me video. Since it is the holiday season right now, I had to create a Christmas themed piece for you all. So today I'll be sharing my digital art process for this elf pinup that was drawn in Procreate. So grab your hot cocoa, sit back, and enjoy the journey. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention that this vertical format was not planned out. I did not want it to end up this way. I think it doesn't look very good. I initially planned to have the screen record on one side of the screen and then the Procreate replay on the other side, but it didn't end up syncing up, of course. So instead of throwing away 5 hours of footage, I decided to just upload it in this and trying to put like a Christmassy background in behind it. Going forward, I'll be filming in horizontal format and we'll definitely not have this issue again. But besides that, I want to wish everyone a happy holidays and Merry Christmas if you're watching it around this time. Christmas is definitely one of my favorite seasons of the year. I really love just the winter vibes and just the coziness of all of it. So of course, since this is the first time that I'm taking my art more seriously, the first year I'm doing that, I had to create some Christmas themed pinup girls and landed on this very cute Christmas elf theme. To give some context as to the inspiration for this piece, I initially planned to have an art launch shop in December. So I wanted to have a bunch of different Christmas themed art pieces that people can buy for greeting cards, and well, long story short, that didn't end up happening because of print on demand stress and craziness, but that is another story for another video for another time. But in short, I wanted to create pieces around funny Christmas puns or sayings. So I was looking on the internet for cute Christmas jokes, puns, phrases, and one of them that I liked was one that was, quote, "Merry Elfing Christmas." So that was the phrase that this whole piece is based around. And of course, it's not a very happy phrase, I would say. It's kind of a like Merry effing Christmas, yo. So I had to create a girl that was more pissed off looking. So in my last Draw With Me video, I know I said I usually put my pinups in smirks, but as you can see, that is definitely not her expression. So I have a whole backstory that I thought up around this phrase, which inspired why she looks so mad. Essentially, I was thinking that during this time, despite what Christmas movies will show us about Christmas elves, where they're all happy and, you know, just super joyful for creating all these gifts for everybody, I feel like they'd actually be super, super stressed out and like just overwhelmed during this time. So that's kind of what I thought was happening with this elf girl. I thought maybe it's like they've been working so hard all year and then now it's December and it's like crunch time, so they're like stressed out of their minds trying to get everything wrapped up for the big day. Maybe they're working overtime, just highly stressed, and this is her just kind of being like, all right, here you go, here's the present, here's like the millionth one I've created today, like Merry Elfing Christmas. So that was kind of the whole vibe of this piece. So yeah, I just kind of went with it and had a fun time doing a different expression for her. But I also had a really fun time incorporating all of the classic elf, I guess, tropes and features. So of course we have the red and green, we have her cute little like hat with a bell on it. There's like bells, like other bells around on her outfit. I have her pointy ears, of course, because she's an elf. And actually I really love drawing pointy ears anyways. I don't know if this is with anybody else, but like with a lot of just random doodles I'll do just in a random sketchbook, I'll add pointy ears just because they're like super fun to draw. I also think that something that really signifies an elf outfit is those little triangle cutouts. So I had to obviously incorporate those, but it was actually kind of weird trying to get them all the right sizing. So on her hat, she has 3 kind of triangle cutouts. On the collar of her dress, they're like tinier, and then on the bottom of her dress, I did that a couple times where I was trying to figure out, okay, how many make sense, and I just went with kind of bigger triangles. But even on her shoes, I tried to incorporate some pointiness to it, so I had a lot of fun designing the outfit. Actually, in the initial design, I had her way more covered up. So I had her kind of in a turtleneck with some candy cane stockings, which were really, really cute. And I wanted to figure out a way to incorporate that, but it just didn't feel right. So even though she's a Christmas elf, she's still a pinup girl. Like, that's my style. So I had to give her a little more breathing room, like have a little more skin. So I took away the turtleneck and took away the leggings or the stockings, but I did keep the long sleeves because, I mean, she's in the North Pole. Maybe she's a little cold, you know. She won't wear a jacket, but she's wearing a tiny dress, but at least she has long sleeves and a hat, right? So designing the outfit was definitely one of my favorite parts of this whole drawing, but the next favorite part was using these brand new hair brushes that I bought for Black Friday, and they are such a game changer for my art style. As you can see right here, just placing all the braids. I was never ever able to do this, right? Like, braids take a long time. If anyone's trying to draw braids, they can be kind of complicated. I've seen really cool versions of people stylizing them to make them simpler, but I just didn't have the patience for one, and I think the skill to match the style and quality of the rest of my drawing. So I kind of stayed away from them, which was something I was kind of sad about, because in deciding to get back into art and create BIPOC pinup girls, I knew I wanted to draw a lot of beautiful black hairstyles, like natural hairstyles, POC hairstyles. So braids, locks, curls, and I wasn't really able to do that, especially with braids. So finding these brushes, which are brushes by Vegalia. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce her name, but they are a game changer, let me tell you, and they are so beautiful. I ended up splurging a decent amount, and I got the Procreate dual pack. So that has braids, locks, coils, and curls. And then I got the outline, her new outline pack, and yeah, I spent probably a little bit too much money, but it's 150% worth it because they are just so gorgeous. They will definitely allow me to create all the different hairstyles that I've been wanting to since the beginning. So I'll be using them pretty much in every piece that I draw moving forward. But if you guys would be interested in seeing just a video dedicated to showing off the different hair brushes, I would be 1010% down for that because they are really fun to use. In the description box, I'll link down the website where you can go check out the different brush packs and also buy them if you would like. I'll also include the creator's Instagram account so you can see how she creates really pretty art with it. And she also features artists that use her hair brushes. So you can see the different art styles that people incorporate the brushes in. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up. That essentially will tell YouTube that you like this content and they'll push it out to more people. I'd also love to invite you to subscribe if you're enjoying this so you can stay up to date on when I upload new videos just like this one. So I mentioned that I splurged on these brushes during Black Friday, but I also splurged a little bit more on different brushes from, if you watch my last video, you may know what I'm gonna say. It is from RetroSupply Co. And yeah, I guess I'm laughing because I just literally love their brushes, and they had such a great deal on Black Friday, which was 50% off everything. So I just had to buy some new stuff. I've actually never been a person to subscribe to a certain brand in terms of like, I just am super dedicated to it, but I am obsessed with RetroSupply Co. And I don't want to like go on and on like I did the last video, but essentially I got a brush pack that is called Lo-Fi. It's called Lo-Fi Subtle Grain, I believe. And I used it on her outfit to make it more like a soft texture on there. But that was a really awesome purchase because I like using a lot of grainy brushes to kind of bring some more character and more textures into the drawing itself, especially because I like doing more, I guess I wouldn't say my style is retro, but I like incorporating retro elements into it. And then the other pack that I bought during Black Friday was a paper texture background pack. And unfortunately, I didn't use it on this piece, but I did play around with it on another practice canvas when I initially bought it. And they were so magical. Oh my goodness. So in all of my previous drawings, I downloaded a free paper texture background that I found online, and that's what I've used in all my drawings since the beginning. But this one is just totally elevated to another level, so I will 100% be using those going forward in the future, and I'm excited to share those with you guys. I can also link both of those packs down below in case any of you guys are also interested in checking those out. Overall, I really enjoyed doing this piece, but the one struggle I would say that I had was the issue of having not enough layers to work with. And as I mentioned in my last video, I am the layer queen. I can never get enough layers, so having a higher resolution canvas limits the amount of freedom in the layers. But I also learned recently that it is also due to the iPad version that you have. I have a bit of an older iPad, so it doesn't have like the software capabilities to grant me more layers, but in the future when I eventually upgrade to a newer iPad, maybe even iPad Pro, I can have way more layers and it will be awesome. But until then, I will work with multiple different canvases. So for this piece, I had to work with 3 canvases, which I had never had to work with that many before, but it ended up working out and I really enjoyed how the final piece came out. If you made it this far in the video, I would love if you would comment below what your favorite holiday movie is. Mine is definitely the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I just saw it in theaters the other day, and it's still just as funny as when I watched it as a kid. Probably even more so because I'm catching all the little raunchy jokes, but it is such a Christmas classic, at least for me and my family. I was even thinking of drawing a pinup version of Martha May, the character in there, because she is so cute and her outfits are all on point. And with the final touches completed, here is the final piece. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'll link the playlist to the other Draw With Me videos that I created. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.